Hey guys, Jay Sini here. Thank you for tuning in to another video on the Australian Wealth Channel. And today we're going to talk about how you can earn some more money. Okay, so it's always really funny when you get on the internet and you see both sides of the political aisle yelling at each other, and one side saying just earn more money, and the other side's like, oh, if only it was that easy. And you know what? There's merit to both of those views. I think a lot can be said for working really hard and getting yourself ahead. And of course, on the other side, there are some challenges which need to be overcome, and sometimes they can be very difficult for people. But in this video, I wanted to talk about how you can actually earn some more money, like some actionable steps that are actually going to improve your life and your chances of making more money. So a little bit of background from me to start with. My name is Jay Sini, and I run a video production company, and I do a lot of music and different things like that. I've managed to generate a net worth of over $400,000 so far in my life. My income is pretty solid. My business pulled in over $250,000 last year. So there's a few different things that I learned which really helped me to grow my business, and I want to share that with you guys, so hopefully you can grow your businesses or increase your income if you're working for someone. Okay, so the very first one, and I think this is the absolute most important one in the entire video. I'm giving it to you straight up, and that is to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to get these videos out to more people, so more people can learn these skills and do better. But seriously, the most important thing that you can do to earn more money is to upskill. Now, what is upskilling? Now, upskilling is basically learning new skills. So as we go through life, we learn new things. As you go through school, you learn how to write, you increase your vocabulary, you get better at maths, and obviously you become smarter and learn more things. Now, this is the same thing with business. So I don't know why people stop. They think, I get to the end of high school, I get to the end of university, and I'm just gonna stop learning. Now, this is probably the worst thing that you can do. My best financial decisions have come out of upskilling. I can't stress that enough, because the market is all about value. The more value that you can provide to people, the more you can get people what they want, the more money is going to return to you. So that is something that's really important. And upskilling is very diverse. You can learn a new skill in basically anything. So if there's one thing that you can do to earn more money is to upskill. Let's say you work for a company and there's a particular job that no one's really that good at. It might be something to do with IT or upgrading a system. You can say, hey, I can handle this, and I can actually upgrade the system. I'm happy to put in some extra hours, and you guys can pay me overtime to do it. But this is a skill set that I've generated, and that's a clear example of how you could earn more money. And that leads me into the second point, and that is asking for a promotion. Now, what I mean by that is not just in the traditional sense of going to your boss and saying, hey, can I have some more money? But also, if you're running your own business, asking yourself. A lot of people in their businesses really get held back, and they're like, oh, I'm not sure if people are going to be willing to pay the amount of money that I want. Now, the only way that you're going to find this out is if you actually try. So let's say that the service that you provide costs $1,000, and things are going well, but you want to continue to grow the business. Then next time you have a client come in and you think you're worth it, then ask for $1,200 instead. Eventually you'll hit a ceiling, and people won't be willing to pay any more. So the only place to really go after that is to upgrade your service and make it even better. If you can do this, then you can continue to ask for more money, because the product or the service that you're providing eventually becomes more valuable as you upskill. So a lot of these things tend to link in together. But yes, asking for a promotion at work, that's really obvious. But if your employer says no, then your next question should be, okay, what can I do to get a promotion? And I'd actually ask your boss, what can I do to make more money here? How can I become more valuable? Most bosses will give you an answer, which is great. So it means that you have something to work towards, and you have a key performance indicator. And if you can hit that key performance indicator, then that's going to lead to you making more money. Okay, so now the next one that I want to talk about, let's say that you work in an environment that hasn't really got anywhere to climb. You can't really go up any further. You can't get any more money because that's the market rate. the next thing that you can do to earn more money is to start a side hustle. So there's a lot of different opportunities for side gigs and side hustles these days. And I think that it's probably one of the best ways to actually transition yourself into a business, because a lot of people can't jump straight into a business that they've just started because, you know, they got expenses, a mortgage, different things like that. So while working a job, starting a side hustle is probably one of the best things that you can do to actually transition into owning your own business. Now, I think it's important for your side hustle to be something that you're at least remotely interested in, because that way you're going to be more inclined to work really hard in that particular area. So this could be a number of different things. You could work for a company like Uber or Lyft. You could do some ride sharing and driving, things like that. Or you could start your own business with a product or a service and start to put that out to the world. And you'll find if you're doing things right, then that's going to become successful over time. And then eventually that other job that you have, you're not going to have to do anymore, because all of your side hustle is taking all of the time and it's starting to make you more money than you were making before. So obviously there's a hard work component to this because you are working extra hours. Now this is very apparent. The thing is, if you want to earn more money than the average person, you're going to have to work a little bit harder than the average person. You're going to have to work a little bit smarter than the average person. So that is something that you do need to take into account as well. Okay, now number 4 is sell stuff that you don't use online. This is a great way for a lot of people to make some decent money, because a lot of folks, depending on your personality type, end up buying a lot of things that they don't really need. So if you're no longer using these, flip them online and you'd be amazed at how much money you can actually recoup by reselling these things online. I know there's a lot of even big entrepreneurs out at the moment, such as Gary Vee, that are really into reselling sports cards and things like that. It's a little bit different to what I'm talking about, reselling stuff that you don't really use anymore, but nevertheless, being able to flip stuff online is a great way to earn some more money. Now, the next way to earn more money is to start investing. Now, this is a really important one because it allows your money to grow over time. Now, the problem with the way the world is set up is that inflation is a thing, and inflation is roughly about 2 to 3% every year. So it means that the value of your money every single year is going down. Now, one of the only ways to compensate against the loss of value of your money is to either earn more or to invest. So looking at something like an index fund or a dividend-paying stock that will continue to pay money over time is a great way to go to earn a little bit more money. This is going to be a lot harder for most people because you will need a lot more capital to make that feasible. If you've got $100 in a dividend stock and it pays a 7% dividend, which is quite high, then you're only going to be making $7 a year. But on the other end, let's say you have $100,000 and you put that into a dividend stock that's paying 7% every year. That's $7,000, which is starting to look like a more decent amount of money. And you can imagine how this scales up over time. Let's say you have $1 million. A 7% dividend stock is going to be paying you $70,000 a year, which is a decent wage to live off. The best gains are going to come from your business, I think, in the early days, but investing is just like the cherry on top. All right, and the final one that I want to talk about is to simply work more hours. Let's say that you have your certain amount of shifts. Ask your boss if you can do more, because there's 2 ways that you can make more money. It's either through hard work or working smarter. So if there's not an opportunity to work smarter at that particular point, then it's going to be hard work that's the thing that counts. And of course, once you have a little bit extra money, then you can leverage that with investing, and that can continue to earn more money. And it's like a snowball thanks to compound interest. So I hope you found some of these tips helpful. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps get these videos out to more people. I'd be really keen to hear what some of the tips you have to earning more money. As long as it's not bloody Bitcoin binary options, I'd be very happy to hear from you. So please throw that in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later.